Tired of the everyday grind? Want to get away from it all?
Descent into paradise.
Florida.
Greetings, everybody, from sunny Florida. Here's wishing you the best of everything. And it's my personal belief that the best of everything comes from right down here.
All right, well, hello again, everybody. This is Steph from Just a Day in Paradise. Just a Day in Paradise? JustADayInParadise.com. And welcome to episode 13, lucky 13 of Just a Podcast in Paradise. Me and the Dip crew love living in the Sunshine State, and it's our goal to help you plan for your very own day in paradise. With all there is to see, do, and experience, we know that planning for your Florida vacation can be overwhelming, so don't worry, because we've got your back. We'll do the research, and you reap all the benefits. Also, guys, what kind of friends would we be if we didn't offer you something to drink or a snack while we hang out? So, today's episode is really special. We're actually not going to drink right out of the gate. We've got a little surprise, so make sure that you keep tuning in for the rest of the episode. So, we're ready if you are. Kick up your feet, throw on your sheets, take off your pants, and let's take a trip to paradise. Alright, guys. So today, we have Sarah and Alyssa in the studio.
Get it? We're here.
For the first time ever. How's it going?
It's really good to be here, Steph.
Yeah.
Episode 13. How exciting.
I know, right? That's pretty exciting. This is a big deal. So thanks for coming. We also have, Chooch, Pepper, and Cricket.
Cricket's the newest
Cricket is
addition.
the newest member. Yeah, so he's doing well. They have their own snacks. They've got Tizzle going on.
Hopefully they'll pipe in, though, and give their opinion on a couple of things.
Right. I'm sure they will. If you hear panting going on in the background, it might be Sarah, but it's probably Chooch. Yeah. Yeah, so cool. So how you guys doing?
Awesome. I'm good. Living the dream.
Right?
Yeah. We live in Florida, soaking up the sun, getting a tan. Working hard. Yeah, that's the only thing that you can do right now is...
Literally.
Yeah.
In some places you can't even because it's illegal to go outside.
Yeah. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, I know. It is really crazy.
You just mentioning those cocktails later on, that's what I'm excited about.
I know, I'm really excited too. This episode is actually all about cocktails.
This is intense.
Yeah. So let's get to it. So as you know, we're all about the vacation lifestyle here. Living in Florida makes it pretty easy. But whether we're actually living it up in a resort somewhere or just hanging out around town, I think we really like to take advantage of paradise. We've been doing that a lot lately, actually.
We have.
Yeah.
We've been wanting to get out of the house.
Yeah.
It's been hot, though.
It has been hot.
It's been hot.
Sorry, I heard clicking. Yeah, so what are some things that make you really feel like you're on vacation even if you're still at home?
Basically, as long as I'm comfortable. I like to wear, the leisure wear.
Yes.
Anything that, you don't have to get hoity-toity for. And then, just having a good buzz. That's always, a necessity.
I agree.
Definitely. I like finding new spots
in
the area.
Fun.
That just makes it seem like you're on vacation in itself. Going to a new restaurant.
I totally agree. Sometimes, it's just fun to find a place that even is right around the corner, but you've never been.
Yeah.
And you kind of feel like
I've lived here all my life, and I still hear of places that I've never even heard of. And they're like, it's been here for 30 years. And I'm like, really?
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh.
That Real Macaw place that we went to that was right around the corner, they have been here, I guess, forever. And it feels like a little, island place, but we had never been. And it's really cool. So it's fun to, explore. So I agree. But... yeah, we're going to say something.
Yeah, I really like the fact that they're kind of piping up right now because a lot of the more chain-associated restaurants are unfortunately having to kind of hold back. So it gets, these people a time to shine. So it's fun.
That's right. Support local. Support the small mom and pops.
Yes.
But I like something that you said, Sarah. You talked about getting a little buzz going.
Yeah.
Right? I think nothing says Florida vacation like being on a beach or under a palm tree, sipping an ice-cold cocktail. Maybe it's frozen, maybe it's not, but it's cold.
Definitely. I don't
Right?
want a warm cocktail
Right.
outside.
Like a room temperature Bud Light.
A
No, thank
cocoa
you.
with
Yeah, some hot chocolate.
Yeah. with
out on
a
the beach.
shot of rum.
Oh god, that sounds awful. But that's a good point, right? There's a pretty good chance that there's going to be rum in it, and there's also a pretty good chance that it might have originally been concocted here. So we're going to talk about the history of some famous Florida cocktails. Famous Florida cocktails. I got. Like,
I want to say flamus. Yeah, I can't.
Flamus.
There we go.
Yeah.
Flamus cocktails.
That's a new word.
You want to try it?
Flamus Fertile cocktail. No, I can't.
You said flamus right out of the gate.
It's your fault.
Flamus. He
It's a
kind
new
of
word.
sounds like an old hillbilly farmer.
Flamus.
Yeah.
You gotta get the fingers going, the spirit fingers.
That's right. All right, cool. So, let's see. Where should we start? I've got a list of a few cocktails that have either been rumored to start in Florida, have been confirmed to be first mixed up in Florida, and then some that are just kind of like Caribbean-esque that you can get everywhere. So let's start with like the ones that we know are legitimately from Florida.
I like it.
Yeah?
I like that strategy.
So, have you ever had a Rum Runner?
No. I
Really?
haven't. No, never.
Oh, yeah,
You?
definitely.
Yeah, I love Rum Runners.
So yours is gonna be like the best I've ever had.
I hope so. Yeah. We'll see.
Yeah.
Maybe we should end with that. That way
Yeah.
you've already had a few by the time we get to the Rum Runner. But yeah, so the Rum Runner was actually invented at a place called the Holiday Isle Tiki Bar in Islamorada, Florida.
Nice.
So yeah, Islamorada is down in the keychain.
I like
Yeah,
that. That's cute.
Yeah, I like that. I just invented it. It just happened. So rumor has it the head bartender there was forced to get rid of a lot of old alcohol, and he came up with the Rum Runner. So let me describe it to you since you've never had one. When you get a Rum Runner, it kind of looks like a frou-frou drink, right? Because it's usually served in like a plastic cup, like at a pool, and it's pink. So you think
that's not what I would have thought.
right? Yeah, like
I'm thinking
well, I've seen
brown
it.
or something.
Right? Yeah, because
Yeah.
rum, you know. So you kind of think, oh, this is going to be like a prissy little drink. Wrong. It's strong as hell.
Yeah, it hits
Yeah.
you. It
Yeah.
hits you.
Tell us about your experiences with Rum Runners.
Well, basically, if you've ever been on a cruise or
Mm.
you ever go to the Bahamas, that's like essential.
Yeah.
So you just throw a couple back thinking that it's harmless, and then you are a different person.
Literally.
You got that buzz.
Right. So there's actually, there's a few tropical juices. You have pineapple juice, orange juice. But then that's it for the juices. You get blackberry liqueur, banana liqueur, light rum, dark rum, and then a floater on top.
Yum.
So it's mostly rum.
That sounds good.
Yeah. So really good, really refreshing. It's recommended that you do 151 on top, but you definitely don't want to drive after that. Only swimming.
Okay. Yeah.
Daytime
I
swimming
can't do
at
that
point.
either. But
Yeah,
I'll
she
try.
can barely swim,
I
which is
can't.
scary.
Do you have
Yeah.
floaties?
No,
Not adult floaties.
I can
just
doggy
floaties.
paddle. That's
Okay.
all you really need is to float and doggy paddle.
You do like the frog where you get like the front and the back ones.
Yeah, it's not very
and scissor
coordinated,
picking
but
at the same time.
yeah,
You know? Yeah.
I'll have
Can
to
you
do
float?
I'll have
Okay.
I'll have to do swim lessons one of these days.
She did swim with the manatees, so I mean,
That's right,
she-
yeah.
Barely. I was
But I feel like the wetsuit makes you kind of buoyant.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, and then you get the
I was
noodle.
paralyzed with
Yeah,
coldness.
it was really cold. Oh god, yeah. Then you could have some hot chocolate. I think we didn't we?
We did. We had some hot
did.
cocoa on the pontoon when we were done. That was awesome.
Yeah. So we'll include Swiss Miss hot chocolate on the list of Florida
Yeah.
cocktails.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So next up, this is a confirmed. We know this was first mixed up in Florida. Is the Hemingway Daiquiri.
Ooh.
Oh, love the Hemingway. Isn't
Yeah.
that the Continental?
The Continental
Yeah. Oh,
has
yeah.
a version of that. I think they put something else in it. The Continental is a steakhouse in Naples.
It's delicious.
Oh,
Go.
so good. Yes, absolutely go. Definitely go if you can get in for Restaurant Week, which happens in the
When is
fall.
Yeah,
Yeah?
I think it's like September.
Yeah, so Naples, Southwest Florida does a thing called Restaurant Week where a bunch of restaurants from like Cape Coral down to Naples will do like a prefix menu where you can get like an appetizer, an entree, and either like a dessert or a salad for all like a low price. So normally if you went and got a meal at the Continental, it would probably cost you a couple $100, where you can probably get in and out for like 50 or 60 and get to try a few different things, which is cool.
Nice.
And Miami does something similar called Miami Spice. It's canceled? Yeah, it's canceled this year. Everything's canceled.
So sad.
We'll make our own.
Yeah, but but maybe a couple years from now you can try it. Yeah, but anyway, so they have the pretty cool cocktail menu that's all sort of like Prohibition era drinks and like speakeasy style cocktails, and they do a version of a Hemingway Daiquiri. Do you know the story?
Tell us, yeah.
Hemingway?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you know who Hemingway is?
He's somebody down in the keychain, right?
He spent a lot of time there. Yep.
Ernest
he was
Hemingway.
Yeah, author Ernest Hemingway. He has a house there.
With
Still
the cats.
does. Yeah, with the 6-toed cats.
Yeah.
Exactly. And he spent a lot of time going back and forth from Cuba to Key West.
Ooh.
Because Cuba's only like 90 miles
I
from
like
Key
it.
West. Yep. And I don't know exactly what the obsession was, but he was always worried about like getting diabetes.
That's a scary thing.
It is a scary thing. I can hold him. Or you can hold him.
I'm just trying to get him.
Yeah. You have to. We're having some technical difficulties with Senior Cricket. There we go.
Can you
There he is.
His
We gotta get him his own mic.
We do.
Yeah.
Here we go.
So he would always ask bartenders for a drink that didn't have like a ton of sugar.
Right.
So Hemingway Daiquiri is grapefruit juice, maraschino liqueur, and white rum.
That's going to be good.
It's really good, really refreshing. It's typically served just chilled in like a champagne coupe. But he asked for it so many times that they wound up just naming it after him.
That's so awesome.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. And he brought it back to Key West.
Steph, life goals.
Yeah, I know. Right? Like, how do I get there?
Right.
Does someone name a drink after me?
Keep doing what you're doing.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
You'll get there.
Let's segue. If you had a cocktail named after you, what would it be called?
Well, if it's named after you...
Well, I mean, like reminiscent of you. Because really, the first name of the Hemingway Daiquiri was really called a Papa Doble.
Okay.
And now it's called a Hemingway Daiquiri.
There we go.
Yeah.
Okay. So...
Wow, that's a hard question. I mean, I kind of like the name Crazy Bitch.
Oh, Crazy Bitch?
Yeah.
Okay. I like that. What would be in it? What would be like the base?
It would have, it would be tropical, and it would have orange in it.
Okay. I like
It would
that.
it would be crazy.
Maybe you could take like, since it's like a crazy bitch.
Yeah.
Maybe you could do like blood orange.
Ooh.
Instead of regular
I
orange.
like that.
You know?
The bloodier the better.
Yeah. That's what I always say. Yeah.
Jeez Louise. Huh.
Yeah.
I feel like mine would be, oh gosh, I just thought of it too. Like an espresso martini.
Ooh, okay.
And it could be, Sarah, or like it could be like evening lady.
Evening.
Lady of the
Like
evening.
the lady of the evening. I love it. That's good. And it will keep you up all night.
Exactly.
Gosh, okay. I don't know. It would have to have, I feel like it might have tequila and rum in mind.
That's intense.
Yes.
That is intense, right? Because rum is like the more tropical, but then the tequila is like, because we're going to party. Maybe a tropical party.
Ooh.
Can we just call it that?
I would
Yeah.
never not get that in a restaurant.
Yeah, I'm excited
Take a
about
dip
it.
in the party.
Take a dip. And then it would be on fire. It would definitely get set on fire.
Whoa.
Because I feel like the best drinks.
What about like
are.
a shot out of your mouth, but like you have to light your mouth on fire for
So
a
you
second?
spit fire.
Yeah, you like
every
spit
time you drink the
fire.
drink. That's a lot
Like,
of
well,
ability.
you're laying on the bar,
and
and then they mix the drink in your
you have
mouth,
to lay.
and then
So it's just kind of like
And light it.
You just kind of like swish it around in your mouth. You do
and then
your own
well, and
mixing.
it's safe, and then they just light it, and then it, you just drink it really quick.
That's it.
Yeah.
And then you order another one.
And it gets hot for a second, but you're fine.
But nothing could go wrong.
Nothing. You
Yeah.
sign a liability notice, but a lot of people will do it.
There you go. I love it. I love a drink that you have to sign a waiver to order. That's always good.
Life goals.
Yeah. So here's another one. Have you ever heard of the Mai Kai in Fort Lauderdale?
Never.
All right. So the Mai Kai is actually a really famous restaurant and Polynesian show in Fort Lauderdale. I've never been, but yeah, the only reason I haven't been since I've heard about it is because I feel like if I'm going to go to the East Coast, I'm probably going to go to Miami and not Fort Lauderdale. But it's pretty infamous. Have you ever been to a Polynesian show before?
Never.
No.
Do you know what they do?
Dance.
They do dance. Dancing's part of it, like hula dancing.
Swords?
Well, like flaming swords. They
Even
do,
better.
Like, fire dancing and stuff.
Oh my god, okay.
So kind of like the drink you were talking about.
That's awesome.
Yeah. And they have really good food. Because Polynesian food is sort of like... It's kind of like Asian-y, kind of. Like Asian-y barbecue.
Asian sensation.
Right. Yeah.
I like it.
And they have a lot of alcohol. So, in the late 1950s, when Florida was still growing its reputation as a tourist destination, and bikinis were illegal beach attire in Fort Lauderdale.
What?
I know. Yeah, that's what the internet said.
You would have been in trouble, Steph.
Yeah, I know. Literally. I mean, I'm wearing a bikini right now. Bet I'm not. So the owners of the Mai Kai had a radical idea to draw traffic at the restaurant's newly opened Mololaki Bar. Molaki Bar? Molokai Bar. Whatever. They would offer the biggest drink possible with 9 ounces of alcohol.
Why not 10?
I mean, it was the 1950s. I mean, now it's like 32 ounces.
I know.
Alcohol.
Seriously,
Right.
44.
Right. But if 9 ounces of like drink isn't a ton, but 9 ounces of just straight alcohol.
Oh yeah,
is
that's
kind of a lot,
gonna
right?
put you
It's
on the
almost
floor.
Like,
yeah,
9 shots really. And they developed an elaborate mystery ritual around ordering it. They struck a gong, a tiki bowl was lit aflame, and a sarong-wearing maiden comes out to lay the imbibing party.
What is
lay,
that?
L-E-I. So, like, you know, they put the flowers around your neck.
Thank you.
It's not like a...
A lay.
Right. Use your imagination.
You need another waiver.
Right. Yeah. So the drink is essentially a scorpion bowl, which is a pretty classic tiki style drink. But going along with the show, it's called a Mai Kai, and it's pretty infamous. So if you're in Fort Lauderdale, make yourself a reservation in advance because the shows fill up quickly, and get yourself laid with a Mai Kai.
Wow.
Right?
Yes.
The dip crew's gonna get you laid.
down.
Alyssa would require someone to whistle for her. She's a good whistler.
Yeah, I like whistling.
Yeah, she's pretty good at it.
Okay.
Like, she'll throw her head back, she goes for it.
I can't do it like on the spot.
Is there like a favorite song you like to whistle?
No, just everything.
Everything
that I hear.
Really? You know, Megan really likes to whistle.
Wow.
Maybe you guys could have a whistle
They
off.
share the same
Oh my
birthday,
God,
and
we
they
should.
just have
That's
too many
way
similarities.
weird.
Megan, if you're listening to this, I'm challenging you
Oh,
to
throw
a
down.
whistle off.
But I swear, like, as far as ritualistic, that's what I was thinking. I'm like, oh my gosh, Alyssa would require for her drink that somebody whistle,
that would be
serenade.
cool. Like, you can't, it's not even on the menu. Like,
just need to
have
whistle
to
it.
do the whistle,
Like, it's
and when the bartender hears
I
it,
love
yeah, that's pretty
that.
cool.
That's it.
We should open up a tiki bar.
Yeah.
Right?
Heck
That'd be
yes.
I like it.
fun. Everyone will be whistling. Cool.
I won't be able to come.
Yeah. Because you can't whistle? You can't at all?
I mean, like, literally, it's piercing. When I can whistle, it's not good. It's a
Really?
weird...
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you have, like, some kind of, like, whistling?
It sounds like a baby cat in
All right, I
distress.
have to hear
Okay.
it now.
It's okay. That's my whistling.
In the headphones, it sounds like a tea kettle.
It literally
Yeah,
is. I can
that's
tea kettle, y'all.
interesting.
That's
Wow,
it.
Okay.
So there we go. I guess I could be allowed in if I do that.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
That'll
All
work.
right.
You don't want to give us, you can't.
I mean,
That's so good. Nice.
thank you guys.
Yeah, that was good.
I mean, when we do something official, I'll go all out.
Okay, yeah, I
Yeah.
get it. You don't want to like just throw
I
your
can't-
cards all
yeah,
around,
you know, I'm not
then
gonna,
Megan's
you know,
gonna
show
have an
off or
opportunity
anything.
to study your skills.
Correct.
Yeah.
I don't want her to know what I can do.
I can't wait for this. Yeah, so we have a couple more cocktails that are pretty notorious around Florida because of our Caribbean cousins in Cuba and Puerto Rico. So one is the Mojito.
Heard of that?
Yeah? Have you ever had one?
Refreshing. Oh, yeah.
Love mojitos.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah? Let me tell you about it.
Yeah.
So it was originally named the Drake after Sir Francis Drake. Was he a pirate? Sounds familiar to me.
Sir Francis Drake.
Was an English sea captain.
He was a seaman.
He was a seaman.
Okay.
He was such a good seaman that they named a drink after him. And variations of today's mojito have been swilled by sailors since the 16th century. Eventually, it was fine-tuned with rum, and Havana's La Bodeguita del Medio claims provenance, though this is contested. But Ernest Hemingway, back to our boy Big Papa, attests to their version's deliciousness with an original scribble on the wall that remains today and reads, "My mojito in La Bodeguita, my daiquiri in El Floridita." So El Floridita was the bar that invented the Hemingway Daiquiri. Mm-hmm. And then La Bodeguita is where they invented the mojito.
Right, makes sense.
Right?
Yeah.
You're following along in the history lesson?
Slightly.
Yeah. So what that means for us, modern times, is that literally everywhere you go in Miami, you can get a mojito. And there are going to be different specialties. Maybe a local fruit might be incorporated in there. Have you ever had a mojito before?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah. And I've had one that has honey in it. It was like a honey mint
good.
one. Oh, yeah, it was delicious.
I love honey. I hated it when I was a kid, but I really like it.
Oh, my
now.
gosh.
Yeah, I didn't like the taste.
That's crazy.
But do you like honey?
I mean, yeah,
I
like honey. Yeah.
You're a honey.
I'm a
farmer
honey farmer, yeah.
Yeah. What was I going to say? Like, it makes sense because the mojito has just like regular sugar muddled in it. So if you substituted honey, that would give it like a little bit more flavor. So that's cool.
What's the main fruit in a what's the most common mojito?
Well, the mojito is gonna have mint,
lime,
club soda, lime, right, and sugar.
That's it.
And rum.
Oh, and
so
rum.
Lime is gonna be like the fruit, I guess. So it's almost like kind of tastes like a minty Sprite.
Oh, okay.
You know, because it's like a sweet soda-y kind of thing. But you can put fruit in. Like mango.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah.
From that mango tree.
Mojito.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
That sounds delicious.
Does it?
Yes.
I wonder if maybe I can make you one.
Whoa.
What? Then we have from our Puerto Rican, what do we call them? Boricuas? Producer? Yeah. Jenny from the block. So Puerto Rico brings us the Pina Colada. There's 3 Puerto Rican bartenders from Barachina, that claim to have invented the Pina Colada. They were in the Caribe Hilton Hotel's Beachcomber Bar in San Juan.
Nice.
Thank you. Thank you, 3 bartenders.
Yeah.
So they claim to have the birthplace of the original Pina Colada, and I think that's like the quintessential, I'm on vacation, I'm at the pool.
Definitely.
With a Pina Colada.
With a floater.
Absolutely with a floater.
Can you call it a vacation if you don't have a Pina Colada? I don't think so.
Not unless you're in like Alaska.
Yeah.
But if you're in Florida, you have to.
Have you ever had an Alaskan Pina Colada?
Is that a thing?
It has salmon in it.
It's like lox.
Correct.
Colada.
Storyteller at it again.
That sounds really disgusting.
You'd try it.
Yeah.
I'll make one for you.
Oh, thanks. But yeah, and then of course there's also going to be variations like a key lime Pina Colada.
Oh, really love it.
You know, we had a Pina Colada the other day. There's a Marriott timeshare on Marco Island. They have a bar called Stilts. So if you're on the beach on Marco, you can actually walk up to Stilts and get a drink. It was one of the best Pina Coladas I've ever had.
Oh, wow. Just have you had it there before?
No. Well, it was just like, I forget, I think we wanted a Red Bull, and then we're like, if we're going to the bar, we might as well get a drink. And they rimmed the glass with, like, toasted coconut.
What?
I love coconut. And if you toast it, it's, like, over the edge. Yeah, and then I think, you know, you can tell when a Pina Colada is, like, I don't know, kind of just, like, weak.
Mediocre.
More of, like, more for the flavor kind of thing. But the rum that they used was really good, and it tasted really good.
Yum.
Big fan. And then we have one of my personal favorites, the Painkiller. It was invented in the British Virgin Islands. Do you know the story of the Painkiller?
No.
No.
Have you had one?
Was somebody
I think
in
I
pain?
gave you some.
When
Well,
the
it'll
was
cure
invented?
all
Well,
the
I was literally gonna say that yours tops any I've ever had, so it is amazing.
I learned to make a good painkiller from our friends over at Tommy Bahamas in Naples.
They're the runner-up.
Yeah. But they taught me everything I know about how to make a good painkiller. But to be a real painkiller, you have to use a specific kind of rum. Do you know what it is?
No.
No.
No? It's called Pusser's Rum.
Ooh, I like
Pusser's. It has its origins from the ships that sailed around the British Virgin Islands. There was a guy on the ship called the purser, and the purser was in charge of all the rum. When you have a British accent and you're drunk, you kind of just say purser, you know.
Oh my gosh.
So now it's Pusser's Rum. So it has to have Pusser's Rum to be a painkiller, and the Pusser, if you go online or if you look at their bottle, they have 4 different variations of the recipe. So painkiller number 1, number 2, number 3, and number 4.
Whoa.
Do you know what the difference is?
No.
The color probably.
The color does change.
The taste.
The taste changes a little bit.
And the alcohol percentage.
And the alcohol, yeah. So it's literally just about how much rum you're putting into it. So painkiller number 1 is like maybe for Meemaw that doesn't really drink very often and you don't want to like lay her on her ass. And then I make, and I also order at Tommy Bahama's, the painkiller number 10.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It's not on the menu.
Yeah, it's not on the menu. It's mostly rum, and it's delicious. And what I love about Pussers is it's very, it's like spiced, you know? Like not hot spicy, but like you can taste all the different spices that are in it. It's really good. Yeah, big fan.
And you top yours with a little nutmeg, right?
Yes, gotta have fresh nutmeg.
It's so good.
If you go and you get the already grated nutmeg, like out of the bottle, it's not the same. Because it's not as aromatic. Because first, when you have a drink, you're going to smell it a little bit. You're going to see it. Then you have the bigger chunks. So,
I guess, yeah.
Looked like you were going to say something.
No.
Yeah. And I love any cocktail that has rum and coconut in it, personally.
Me too. Well, maybe.
Ish?
I don't know.
Yeah? All right.
I've never tried one,
We'll
so
find out.
I have. You know what? I don't know. I don't know if I'm a huge fan. That's why I'm not chiming
That's
in. That's
okay.
Much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's your favorite? What's the word I'm looking for? I don't know. Mixer complement to your rum.
I'm anything fruity.
Yeah, you like fruity.
Yeah, I'm a fruity girl.
Orange.
Mm-hmm.
Pineapple.
Yeah, sure.
Oh, yeah, she'd go for it.
Anything,
I like
mango.
pineapple a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like. You know what's better than talking about cocktails?
Drinking
Drinking some.
Yes.
It wouldn't be just a podcast in paradise if we didn't have a cocktail to go along with this. And I'm thirsty. So the longest I've gone into a podcast episode without having a cocktail. So I was thinking that maybe we take some of these famous Florida cocktails and I make you some to try and you tell me what you think.
Let's do it.
Bring it
Does that
on.
sound good?
Yes.
All right, let's take a little break.
Wiki, wiki, what?
Wiki break. All right, cool. We'll be right back. We'll be right back at you with cocktails. And better than ever because we have our first round of cocktail tastings.
Yes.
So here in front of us, drink number 1, we have the Hemingway Daiquiri.
This looks really good.
Yeah. What I like about this one is, first of all, it's always going to be served in a coupe. Champagne coupe.
Very fancy.
Super fancy.
Alyssa struggles with the coupe.
I always spill like the other drink that I drink is like bright red, and I spill it all over myself.
That's right. That because the martini.
It's rough.
I hate a martini.
But at least this one won't show a lot when I spill it.
Sometimes it'll be served with like a dehydrated lime.
I like
wedge.
that.
Yeah, I did not do that this time. We went for the classic, no garnish.
Thank you.
Yeah. No frills here on the podcast.
Getting in the way.
But I love how like light of a color that it is. You know, because sometimes when you think about like touristy touristy like I don't know, like Florida fun poolside cocktails, you're not going to think of something that's like this pale.
I know
color.
this is like in disguise.
It is in disguise. Mm-hmm. I guess we can talk about what goes in it a little bit more after you taste it. But again, this is the grapefruit juice, lime juice, light rum, and maraschino liqueur. So, please.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Oh, yeah, cheers. Clink.
It's really good.
That's super refreshing.
It
right?
is very refreshing. I can taste the lime.
I use key lime. I don't know that you have to,
Ooh.
but like I feel like Ernest Hemingway.
It makes sense. It makes sense.
You know,
I like it.
Key limes are a hidden gem.
They really are. I love a citrusy drink.
Yeah.
I do.
I always feel like this would make like a good, you ever had Frosé?
Oh, yeah.
Like I feel like this would be good if you could figure out how to freeze it.
Is Frosé just rosé like in the freezer? Frozen
Yeah,
to a certain...
like a slushy or whatever.
Okay.
Yeah.
Love it.
That's good.
No, but it has vodka.
Ew!
It does. All Frosé has vodka.
But I'm saying, wouldn't this be good?
Well, I'm just telling you.
Here in the Dip Crew, well, at least I know you like vodka.
I do.
Yeah, I don't like vodka.
I mean, it's not my
It makes me angry.
My wife has gotten me on to tequila, so I'm more of a tequila gal
Yes.
now. I used to be just go to vodka because you know that's just what you do. But
But with vodka, I feel like Tito's is, I mean, the
Yeah, I like
go-to.
Tito's.
I
Yeah.
mean, Grey Goose, it's great, but
But
I
I
get
feel
a
like it's
headache.
pretty comparable.
Yeah.
And Tito's is less expensive.
Oh, yeah.
So like, why go for the Grey Goose?
Yeah. I go for it all. I like it all.
Well, I mean, I'll try it. So this, we are actually using Papa's Pilar rum. So Papa's is for Ernest Hemingway. It's a distillery in Key West. Last time we were there, we tried to tour it, but they were closed for Corona.
Rona.
I know. But yeah, so they have a lot of different rums, kind of reminiscent of Papa's or Ernest Hemingway's lifestyle. And this is the blonde rum. I've never seen a blonde rum outside of Papa's.
You like blondes.
I do like blondes, but
Blondes have more fun.
They
I
do.
was just about to say that I've never heard of a blonde rum.
Yeah, so I've heard of I've seen like a clear rum.
Yeah,
like a silver
right.
rum.
But I didn't know that would be considered blonde.
Yeah, so this, I'll let you guys taste the blonde just on its own, just a little sip. Because what I love about it is you still kind of get those like kind of woodsy, spicy notes, but it's very, very mild. So you get, like I've made this, the first time I made it with like just a Captain Morgan silver rum, and it was terrible. Like I didn't like it. And then I made it again with the blonde rum, and it just, you don't even realize that you're getting a little bit more on your palate. It's really good.
Yeah, there is a little spice. I love it.
There is.
Yeah. Are you guys fans of grapefruit anyway?
Truly, I'm not, but in cocktails, it's good. Yeah.
Especially brunch. Wouldn't this be a good
Right.
brunch
Oh,
cocktail?
It
yeah.
would.
Yeah.
Good, like better than a mimosa. I think it's really good.
Hits harder than a mimosa. Too.
Yeah.
Cool. Any other thoughts on the Hemingway Daiquiri? Would you want one again? I know you were, Alyssa, a little bit maybe reluctant about speaking out of turn because you have a discerning palate.
I do.
You know, you like what you like.
I'm a
so
basic
tell
bitch.
us, should we do like a scale, like a dip scale for cocktails?
Yeah, like one is like basic, as basic as it gets.
Yeah,
and
so,
then
like 1 out of 5 palm trees.
yeah.
What?
He's running around.
He's with me. He's with me.
He's okay?
He's cricket. Yeah. So 1 being the worst. I would never order this again. 5 being I can't imagine drinking anything else ever. How many palm trees do you give it?
3.
3 palm trees. Okay.
I give it 3.
Yeah.
Yeah, I give it 4 just because now I want one with brunch.
Right?
Like, ASAP.
Yes. This is, to me, this is like I'm outside and I'm hot, or it's early
Yeah.
morning,
Yeah.
refreshing.
I like it.
Yeah.
And we're eating outside a lot lately.
Yes, because of Little Cricket.
We're losing some weight.
We're sweating off most of the calories that we intake because of Cricket. Cool. All right, I'll take 3 out of 5 palm trees, and I'll take 4. I'd probably give it 4 too, because I don't know. Like, to me, I would almost want it to be a tad sweeter.
Well, you made it.
maybe. Right, but thinking about our boy Papa, you know, he's worried about diabetes.
Right.
So you don't want to, you know, it should kind of be its own thing and maybe not be that sweet. So.
If I ever talk about Papa again randomly, will you be like, oh, Hemingway?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Yeah. Now
Gotcha.
forever. It'll be like an inside thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like
All right,
that.
cool. So you guys ready to see what's next?
Yes.
On the
Hell
flight
yeah.
of cocktails? All right, let's go get it. All right, so next up on our, what are we calling this? Is it like a flight?
A drink spedition.
A drink spedition. I love it.
Poetic.
Yeah,
I love it.
something that Ernest Hemingway might do.
Papa.
Yeah, Papa. Big Papa. So next up is the Mojito. While it technically was invented in Cuba, I think so was Miami. You know?
Exactly.
Yeah. And so mojito is going to have muddled mint, sugar, fresh lime juice, club soda, and we did a little twist because it's mango season. We went and got some mangoes out of the backyard.
How
Puree
exciting.
them.
What?
And so this is a little bit, and so it's like inauthentic in that it doesn't usually have mango, but it's muy authentico in that in that it's mango season and we're in Florida. So you ready to try it?
Do we drink out of the straw?
Yeah, I would
Okay.
drink out of this straw.
Is this a what's it called? Bamboo straw?
This is actually hay.
Hay.
It's a hay straw.
How environmentally conscious.
Yeah,
of
we don't
you.
like to waste plastic if we can avoid it.
I think
that's
this one's
good.
going to be my favorite.
Yeah?
This one gets 5.
Yes! Wow, we're already saying 5.
5
Oh my
palm
God.
trees.
Okay, so tell me about
Definitely.
it. Tell me what's going on in your mouth.
The mint, it's all very good. It's very refreshing, very fruity, everything I like in a drink, to be honest. It's really good. I like the sweetness.
So you think the sweetness
I
is
like
good?
it. Yeah, I like the sweetness.
This is my first time actually making this recipe with the mango, so I didn't know how much sugar to put in.
I
love it, and the mango's good in it.
Nice. What do you think, Sarah?
Definitely a 5. It is so refreshing. Everything about it is awesome. And I know that you were concerned about the sweetness during your concoction, but I think it's perfect.
It's really good.
And I think cocktail art is very similar to cooking. So if you can put a fresh ingredient, it's always going to be better.
From the backyard.
Right, exactly. Yeah. So the mangoes were picked right out of, well, I mean, technically it was the neighbor's backyard, but a backyard.
They're cool with
They're
it.
from a backyard. Yeah, no, they're cool. And the mint is going to be fresh. The only thing that's really not fresh is the club soda, but it still gives it like that clean pop.
Exactly.
Very
Oh my
good.
gosh, well done.
How many palm trees, Sarah?
I said 5.
What did you say?
I mean, honestly, I don't want to toot my own horn,
Don't do
but
it.
this
Never
might be the best mojito I've ever had.
Aww.
It's really
Yeah,
good.
it's
I
really good,
agree.
right?
It really is
Yeah.
really good.
I almost feel like the mango, I thought the mango was going to make it like almost too sweet, but I think it actually adds like kind of a sourness that wouldn't necessarily be there, like a acidity, I guess.
So what would you name this if you had to come up with a
Ooh.
fresh name?
A fresh name, because it's not just a mojito.
It's not. It's much
There's
more.
mangoes. There's a magneto.
That's what I was thinking.
Were you really?
Yeah, like. Okay, so we can say Magneto or Manganito or what? I don't know.
Oh, manganito sounds kind of cool.
Manganito.
Yeah, I like it.
Manganito.
Yeah,
I love it. Cheers.
it's really good. Good
Boom.
job.
Boom. Alright, guys. It's funny how much warmer I feel going into the third drink
I'm
than
hot.
I did on the first drink. Alright, so let's recap. So first we had the Hemingway Daiquiri. We started with the least sweet.
3 out of 5 palm
3
trees.
out of 5 palm trees. We went into the Mojito, which we got a 5 and a 4.
Bam, bam. No,
Or was it a
5
5 and a 5? I think it was 5s all around.
Like there's no comparisons right now.
But not too sweet, refreshing
Very.
still, very fresh.
I feel like I could drink it
tasting.
straight out of bed.
Just like just roll over, put a mojito in your mouth.
Yes, it was that good.
But yeah, so now we're moving into the notorious Rum Runner. So remember we talked about the guy that invented the Rum Runner was just kind of like cleaning out the liquor cabinet, and that's very appropriate because this literally has everything in it. It has 2 liqueurs, 2 rums, a floater, and some tropical juices. What do you think about the look of it? Remember, because Alyssa's never had one.
It's interesting looking.
It kind of looks like you just poured everything out of the liquor cabinet.
It does.
And the
for
glass
sure.
is interesting. What kind of glass is this?
Great question, Alyssa.
Thank you.
Looks like it's actually called a Nick and Nora glass, used to sip prohibition-style cocktails. So things like a sidecar. Have you ever had a sidecar?
No.
Yes.
So that's a big one. Sometimes a sidecar is also just if they serve you like a little bit extra of the cocktail next to it. So a rum runner would not traditionally be served in this glass. It's typically going to be served in like a highball or like literally like a plastic cup. Maybe not traditionally isn't the word, but typically if you went and got it out, it's not a pinkies out kind of drink. I just happened to have
You're just trying to show
fancy
off.
stemware. Well, I figured each drink had to be a little different.
I like it.
You know?
I like it.
We did the coupe, then we did the low ball for the mojito, and now this. But, yeah, it's kind of ugly.
It's interesting.
It is
It's not
interesting.
something that you normally see.
Yeah, for sure.
Definitely.
But I like it.
It's reminding me, the color-wise, of a Long Island iced tea.
Oh yeah, I can see
Which
that.
again is
Another
mixture.
one that hits you a little hard. Yeah. So forget about what it looks like. Let's taste it. What
Let's
do you
do
think?
it.
All right, let's
Cheers
do
for
it.
the last round
Cheers.
of the, what did you call it?
Oh man.
It was a venture excursion
Well, we'll
Stroke
know.
of genius.
We'll know
15
later.
minutes ago.
Yeah, we'll
When
listen
we're listening to the
it.
podcast.
Oh gosh! All right, here we go.
Drink extract.
Steps. What? Drink extravagant, whatever. Woo!
Yeah, that's potent.
Strong.
Yep. Alyssa.
Alyssa. Okay, I want to describe Alyssa's face.
Polite.
It's kind of like, say you're out at like a dinner party, but like with people that you don't know. Like maybe you go to like your spouse's work event, and someone just makes like an off-color political joke, and you can't say anything. You just kind of have to half smile, half scowl.
I'm just poking the ice down farther
Yeah.
into the cup.
I think this
So,
one's a little too strong
Walk
for
us
her,
through it,
maybe.
Alyssa. Yeah.
I don't know what taste it is that it's not driving with me. I don't know.
But maybe one of the liqueurs.
Yeah, I think that's what it is.
Because I'm tasting the blackberry liqueur, kind of strong.
I don't know.
Okay.
There's
But it's not your favorite. How
one-
many palm trees?
2.
2. Okay. So just
Two.
describe what it tastes like. Besides bad.
I don't know, man. This is a hard one. Just kind of fruity and rummy.
Okay.
Rummy.
Very rummy.
It's rummy.
And if you
Yeah.
know Alyssa, she knows what she likes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? She sticks with what she knows.
I'm a tough critic. Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, I'm a chicken tendy gal.
Yeah, we know. We still have to do the tenders episode.
Yeah.
Tough one to please
Yeah.
right
The
there.
other one was really good, though.
Yeah. Yeah. That's why we have a whole cocktail menu. Is
Yeah.
because they can't all be knocked out. of the
Sarah,
park,
what do you
so.
think?
I mean, I don't taste the blackberry more than I taste the banana.
Mm-hmm.
There's banana in here. I wasn't looking.
Banana
for it.
liqueur, yeah.
But maybe that's it.
Yeah.
I feel like I don't like the
I
banana.
do kind of taste that.
I don't
yeah.
like the
'Cause
banana.
It kind of tastes a little artificial, maybe.
I don't know
Yeah.
what it. Yeah, it's the
Okay.
banana.
Well, I'm loving the buzz, and
Yeah.
it's going down pretty smooth. So
It
I'm
is
gonna give it 3 stars.
It's
Okay.
smooth.
Yeah, this to me is kind of like you're on a mission. Kind of
Yes.
like you brought up the Long Island.
Yes.
Like when I order a Long Island, it's not because I'm here to play games. You know what I mean? Like
You're
I want to
here
get
for
on
business.
10 as fast as I can.
Mhm.
So I feel like this would be a good answer to that. Like if you're late to the party,
Oh yeah,
order a Rum Runner.
Yeah,
You'll be good.
definitely.
exactly.
What do you think about it, Steph?
What do I think about
Yeah.
it? I feel like I don't know what. I feel like if I was gonna make it again,
Mm-hmm.
I'd probably put more natural juice.
Does it have to have banana in it?
I mean, it's supposed to have the banana
It's
liqueur,
supposed
but
to,
maybe I'd
okay.
pull back a little bit on the liqueurs or kick up the juice because I feel like this would be something, since it's kind of just like a mess of everything, that you could easily put it in like a pitcher for a party and just kind of pour. But yeah, so if I was gonna make it for like a crowd, I'd probably put a little more juice to booze ratio, so you're not just tasting straight alcohol. But
Yeah, but this is definitely a good party drink. I
Yeah.
mean, I like where you're going with the pitcher.
yes,
So
right. And it's
Yeah.
not a lot of work.
It's
Just put it
good.
all together.
I didn't spit it out. If that means it's bad. It's
So
bad if I
one,
spit it out.
you would have spit it out.
No, 1 is still
That's
on
good.
the board. If it's like a
That's
0,
good.
I would have spit it out.
Yeah.
Like I gave you a 2.
Well, good.
So
I'll
it's
take
good.
it.
It's really
Yeah,
not
I'm
bad.
flattered.
You know what you're doing.
Thanks. But yeah, I think we learned that the key to the best cocktail: fresh ingredients, quality ingredients, and even local
Definitely.
stuff. Yeah, so that's good. I'm glad you guys went on this journey with me.
Sames.
I appreciate it.
definitely, thank you.
Yeah, you're very welcome. I think, Alyssa, I don't want to like overreach here, but I think we might have found you a new go-to cocktail.
We might have.
Yeah?
It was good.
Yeah?
If there can be mango in it, yeah.
Yeah? All right.
Oh my gosh.
Good, I'm very glad.
From the backyard.
Only from the backyard.
Only backyard mangoes.
So now that we've got a few cocktails in us, I think it's time for our... I always call it our favorite segment, but it's really our only segment. You know what it's called.
Tips and dip.
Tips and dip.
Yips and dip.
Tips and dip.
dip.
Tips and dip.
Tips and dip.
Tips and dip.
Tips and dip.
Alright, so
That was a recording.
That was, this is, we should do like a barbershop quartet of tips
like
and
that.
dip. Or like, what's that one band? Like, Pentatonics? You know what I'm talking about?
ELO.
What's
The Electric Light Orchestra.
What's that? Isn't that like Christmas?
No, not
No?
at all.
You're gonna have to.
We'll
enlighten
listen
me.
to it later.
Yeah, later. We'll put on a. Hi, Pepper. Pepper's in the house.
Grand entrance.
Yeah, Pepper loves a good cocktail. So I thought for today's tips and dip, I think Sarah has tried some of these cocktails before. I've had pretty much all of these before, but Alyssa, I think you expanded your horizons a little bit today.
I'm not a virgin anymore.
You're not a virgin. No virgin mojitos in this house. But so let's say we've got somebody that's on vacation. They want to try something new. How do you advise them on picking the right cocktail for them to maybe be a little adventurous?
To be adventurous. So, maybe you first take the temperature on if they're ready to, go strong or not.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Yeah, so once you gauge that, magnitude of needing to get a little buzz on.
Or have you eaten dinner yet?
Oh,
Yeah.
totally. Definitely. Just shove some bread in their mouth while you order for them.
Right. We did, for all the friends at home, we did make some bread and got some pizza.
Delicious.
We did this, so
Oh,
we're
yes.
not amateurs.
Absolutely necessary. But then, you just got to make sure, I feel like, we kind of did this with Alyssa earlier where we said, do you want fruity? Do you want something a little more frozen creamy? So, you just got to feel out your audience.
Yeah, that's good. I like that.
Yeah.
What about you? What do you think?
I mean, I feel like everybody kind of knows I know I don't like creamy. Everybody kind of knows what flavors they like. So what I do is just kind of, I go by the name if it sounds fun.
That's
and then
true. A name might draw me
Yeah,
in a
if I
little
see at
bit.
least one prominent ingredient that I'm going to like in it, I'll go for it, even if a couple of the other ones are iffy that I haven't tried, and then I always end up liking it. So I just kind of go for something is kind of... What's the word I'm looking for? Kind of familiar.
Yeah, that's true. Maybe, I've talked about this before. I don't really like gin. It always kind of makes me sick. And it sucks because I know a lot of cocktails, especially like old school cocktails, are made with gin. So I feel like I'm missing out. But I know to stay away from that. But something that I like to do too is I feel like you got to feel out the place. I'm not going to order something like crazy from maybe like a hole in the wall kind of place. Like you got to know what the bartender's skill set is.
Like, I'm not going to go to a bowling alley and order these drinks.
Right, exactly. I mean, you could, but you might not be,
It's not going to be good.
I'm not going to go to a bowling alley and order a Pina Colada.
Correct.
You know what I mean? I'm probably just going to get a beer. But I think, too, at a place definitely that is proud of their cocktails or maybe has an expansive cocktail menu, I'll ask the bartenders, what do you think the best drink is here? Or I'm really in the mood for rum. What would you recommend?
That's an idea.
I think that's fun.
Pretty much everywhere we go that's new to me, I ask you what I should get.
Well, that's true, too. Yeah, if you have the privilege of being out with someone that's been there before, they might be able to advise you.
We'll give you all Steph's cell. You can
Yes,
just call her.
just text me anytime of day or night, and I'll give you cocktail advice. But definitely some places, too, like cocktail bars that we love. I'm trying to think of... Hey, producer, what are some really good cocktail bars that we go to? Yep, shout out to Mandarin Hyde in St. Pete, Hanson's Shoe Repair in Orlando, The Other Side in Key West. Any place that is really a cocktail exclusive bar, tell them what spirit you want. Maybe, you go in and you say, hey, bartender, you look like you know what you're doing. I want some rum and I want some mint. Make something special for me. And they'll typically whip you up something on the spot that's going to please what your palate is in the mood for.
That's fun.
And it's fun to not order on the menu all the time and experiment. And then you can name it.
I like it.
Yep. Cool. Any last thoughts as we finish up our Rum Runners?
I haven't had a whole lot of rum lately, and it's been good.
Right?
I think you did a great job.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah, I'm not usually a rum person, so this was really good. I found a couple drinks that I like with rum in it now.
And now we see that it's pretty honed in on Florida. We really like our rum.
Rum really comes from the Caribbean. And
yeah.
Florida is almost, especially when you go a little bit more south, is really, it almost feels like an island in the Caribbean, So there's a lot of those flavors that run through the cocktails, a lot of history as well, which is fun. And as much as I love my tequila, I think a good rum and a good rum cocktail is the way to go. Shout out to Papa's Pilar.
Big Papa.
Blonde rum was in every single one of our cocktails tonight. They did not sponsor this episode. But if you want to, we're big fans. Hit us up at Just Take a Dip on Instagram, and we'd love to have you with us again. All right, everybody, it is time for our Just a Day in Paradise trivia question. Are you guys ready?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, what could it be?
Yeah. So remember, you guys, when we're off air, you can tell me what you think, but this is for our friends at home.
Of course.
You can't just blurt out the answer.
Never would
Megan
I do
likes
that.
to do that sometimes.
Oh, Megan.
Yeah, classic Megan. Even Lauren tried to do it in the last episode, so here we go. All right, as the name implies, rum runners ran rum into places where it could be sold, like Prohibition. Remember when we couldn't drink alcohol? Oh my God, I couldn't live then. The term rum runner was really used to mean someone who smuggled alcohol via the water. Rum runners made use of the nation's waterways to distribute the illegal booze. Transporting and selling booze were both illegal activities. So rum runners had to be creative. But they had counterparts on the land that were referred to as what? Do you guys know?
I swear to you, I wish I knew.
Really?
And I'm trying to think, like, is it a
You'll
play
know.
on...
When I tell you after, yeah, you're
okay.
gonna know.
Play on the
I don't-
counterpart.
yeah, I don't want to ruin
Rum Runner. They're taking the rum.
Mm-hmm.
What are they doing? What is their name?
Arr, they're pirates. All right, if you think you know the answer, let us know on Twitter at The Dip Crew or email me at Steph at justadayinparadise.com. We will select one winner at random and shout you out on our Instagram story. Good luck. All right, everybody.